Yeah,
you
we
hear?
can hear you, Barbara. Absolutely.
I'm trying to work this up. Boy, I've had 3 days of trying to get this phone and my computer working. I finally got into a site I can get on. You can look for our thing too with the marching band. I did the flags and color guard there those 4 years.
Oh, wow.
I was
Boy,
there
do we
with
miss that. We
I was
miss
there
that.
with Green and Grady Green and Ron Thelman. I also did the choreography the 4 years with Dr. O'Connell and Dr. Rick Wiles.
Yeah,
We did
yeah,
Music Man on Boys from
yes.
Syracuse that I starred in. Finian's Rainbow Celebration. It was so fun. I was so delighted to go there the 4 years because of the athletic program, and being that I was doing the phys ed and health program. I had 4 fabulous years of winning teams in our teams in baseball and basketball and football. It was amazing. And then I came back to reality that that wasn't really true all over.
Well,
I actually wrote down Mr. Mara and the New York Giants and told him that I was into football and enjoyed it. And we would write back and forth. And he used to say, "How come you don't have some of this halftime stuff with some cheerleaders and this band stuff?" And he actually gave me a complimentary seats at first at the end zone for when they opened up at the Giant Stadium in Rutherford, and I was in heaven. But in a different world, because your college football program and the New Mexico Highlands razzmatazz that goes with it, with the cannons banging off at the touchdowns and the horse running around the track and things like that. None of that happened at Giant Stadium.
wow.
I have been in touch with, I don't have many from my graduation class, but I do have folks that I've been in touch through the years. My big sister, who took me through PLK and Alpha Sig, Carmen Trujillo, who is Carmen Hooligan with her husband Dan, I'm in touch with them. And my sweet mates of Terry Clinton, Dwinell, and Paul, and Vicki Collard, they're all still in New Mexico. I'm in touch with them. And it's nice to keep in touch with some folks that you've spent some, 4 years worth, and see how their lives have gone and where we all are nowadays. Those, like sometimes I hear people say those were the glory years. I am so happy that I happened to come into New Mexico Highlands and to be a part of New Mexico. It was a small school. I had a toss up between to go to Arizona State for phys ed or go to New Mexico Highlands, and I got a handwritten to me from student government that they would like to meet me and have me come out there. And in Tempe, they didn't do that in Arizona State. And I was talking to places where I worked here in New Jersey, and the company guys said, "Barb, you don't really want to go to Arizona State because you're just a number there. If you go to a small college, you'll get a lot more out of it." And that's what Highlands was to me, a
Wow.
small college that I could get a lot out of, and very personal. And I got to get into different majors of stuff that I graduated at, and I got some degrees and some scholarships. The only thing that I didn't go forward on was my graduate, because my dad became ill and I had to come back to New Jersey. So I only had 2 grad years there, and then I went into teaching, and I never picked
Barbara,
up.
Kurt asked what years did you attend?
66 to 70.
Okay.
And the 70 was a huge, actually, I really got into and enjoying the sophomore, the Boys from Syracuse year there. I liked doing things in with biology, Dr. Shields,
Oh,
you know,
man.
academically
Hmm.
wise. And I got to know Peggy Proctor, who worked up at the admit office with President Donnelly. And I got to know their family. Being that I was from New Jersey, my first year I did the back forth home thing there, but treachery is weather-wise in December, January is incredible trying to get from one U.S. area to another. So the following 3 years, I stayed more out southwest and stayed there. In fact, I wanted to settle in. It was funny you mentioned about student teaching at Robertson. Me too. I I worked into this is funny. I went into Robinson and had my phys ed teacher who was my administrator that I was under, and she said, "Here's the roster. Here are my
Yeah.
classes.
Yeah.
This is what you have to do." And I'm going to go work on curriculum. And I never saw her again.
Yeah.
it was
Yeah. That's right.
it was baptized by fire. It was you did or do or die, but I did well. I mean, I was as old as the kids were just about, you know, but it was fun. I totally enjoyed it. And then I get back to reality here and teaching in New Jersey, and I had 7 schools that I went to every week because I was down in South Jersey. I commuted about an hour, hour and a half down the Parkway, got off in the town of Lakewood, and I'd rotate between elementary school in the morning and middle school in the afternoon. And I said, please, God, give me one school here. This is killing me. And as it turned out, I went on to middle school there. But, you know, I look back, my classroom were 50 plus kids in my class. It took me almost all that time to call their names and see if they were all there. This is the middle part. In the elementary, they were beautiful third graders. They had them all bussed all over the place because they were putting up a new building. But the baptism over there at Robinson, that was unbelievable. But
Oh, yeah.
the area in New Mexico is breathless. And being in the band and marching band with the color guard, I followed the football group and the baseball guys and the basketball all over. It took me down into Texas. It took me over to Colorado. I was telling my husband a year so that we used to drive down to the Texas and go into Juarez, and it was nice. You could walk around. It was fine, you know, and had something to eat, come back over. And then I took my husband there a few years ago. He says, "You got to be kidding." I said, "Well, things
It's
did
really
change.
changed. Yeah, it's
Big
really
time
changed.
change.
This
Couldn't
is
do that
pretty
now."
cool. We have 3 education people from Highlands on this
Oh,
call.
yeah. I celebrated my 21st birthday in Juarez.
There you go. Yeah.
And we were not supposed to go over there. But we crossed the bridge anyway. We were playing UTEP in baseball.
There you
So,
go.
yeah,
What
that's a great memory.
what sport did you major in, by the way?
I just played baseball here at Highlands.
Baseball.
Hmm.
With
So
what was it, Coach Levra? No, Marshall.
I was under Marshall, and
Yeah.
my roommates were Buddy Roberts, who's passed away, and
But Buddy Roberts dated and was out with my sweet maid, Vicky Collard.
oh Lord, yeah, the redhead.
Yeah, we just talked today, Vicky and I. As
You're
a matter
kidding
of
me.
fact. No, I'm not. Oh my goodness. When did Buddy pass away?
I'd say about 4 years ago. He was coming out. He lived down in South Padre, and but he had a
Yeah.
ranch in Freer, Texas, and he was pulling out of his ranch, and he was deer hunting, and he got T-boned. He got T-boned by an oil field truck, and basically paralyzed from the neck down. And he'd come to San Antonio, and I'd help him with his doctor's appointments and stuff. But he passed away about 4 years ago now. Jim Preddy, he's still ornery as ever. He's back at the Cape, at Cape Cod, and so those are those guys. Yeah, that was a rough bunch.
Hey, yeah, I know it well. I traveled with you guys all around. I know.
Yeah.
Sidelining it here. Vicky that year with Buddy, they were king and queen there over at the Miss Southwest Win. She was Miss Southwest in 69 with Buddy
well,
that time.
Kurt Kurt
Yeah.
and Paul will appreciate this. Buddy Roberts was first team All-American second baseman and first team All-American punter. And he would come out and have a basket or like a grocery cart of footballs. And Vicky would go out there, and she was on the other end. She was rounding those footballs up and then bringing them back to him. That's how he practiced.
Oh yeah, and then for the run out, we used to do up that hoop that the football players ran through.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Small world.
Days of yesteryear. I'm still trying to play around with this site on my phone. This is driving me insane. Technology.
Barbara, can you see that? Is that you?
I don't know yet.
Wow.
Am I back?
No, I'm showing a picture from the yearbook, 1969.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me bring it up. Yes, that was me.
Wow. Awesome.
Awesome, Julie. Good job.
Yeah. Now
well done. Cool.
Barbara, you got to come back to our annual parade, okay?
I was there when they 10 years ago when they did the Illfield thing and did that whole thing there during that time and loved it. And I brought my husband and my dog. We stayed up in Old Town. Carl Garrett was up there. I was talking with Carl.
Now, he just passed away, Barbara.
Really? Oh, geez.
Carl just passed away, I want to say August 20-something.
Oh, golly.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, no, I got the back again.
Yeah. I think August 28th, something like that. Now, here's a little factoid. Most of you guys and gals probably know. When he graduated from here, he played for the Boston Patriots. Okay, not the New England Patriots, Boston Patriots.
Right.
And he beat out a guy by the name of O.J. Simpson for Rookie of the Year.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Yes, he did.
How about that one?
That's amazing.
Yep. That's some good history, Siv.
Yeah.
I'm on.
There you are. Look at you. Yeah.
There we go.
Wow.
Beautiful hair,
That's
Barbara.
always been long and blonde. And I have to see if I can get you guys back without losing you again. I have gone through Microsoft, and I've gone through Samsung, and I have gone through You Break It, We Fix It in the last 3 days. I finally got it.
How do you put everybody?
Who says if you don't stick with it, you can't figure this shit out? Oh.
Who were you saying was Miss Southwest Wind?
Vicky Collard, Collard. It's her roommate.
Yeah, my roommate, Vicky, and Terry Dwinell is my little sister. And in there, my big sister was Carmen Trujillo. She graduated the year before us. And Dan, her husband, the year before us. But Vicky Collard's the one that was with, we were talking about with Buddy.
Right.
Did many people, were they able to respond to this Zoom thing, or they are, now that we are in 50 years later, they're not into it?
From the class of 1970, Julie, how many did we have register? I think I sent out like 300 letters.
Yeah. Well, actually, for this one was Barbara and one other gentleman. So who has not joined us? Who knows? He may in a bit, but yeah.
Barbara, what was your maiden name?
Haggerty, Haggerty.
Okay.
Haggerty.
I'm just here poking around in my yearbooks.
It's there. I already looked them all up. I have all the yearbooks. I'm sure they're there.
I don't know if you can see.
The biggest picture, I guess, that I'm in one of the yearbooks was like the second year. So that would be 67 when we did the musical Boys from Syracuse. And I was in that with Dr. O'Connell and Wiles, and I did the choreography in that and sang and danced in it. And I got up on the stage and everybody said, geez, we didn't know you could sing. I said, I didn't either.
Dr. O'Connell, he taught speech, right?
Oh yeah, we'd walk into his
Oh,
auditorium and then he'd say to me, I can't hear you. You know, he'd call roll and we'd have to yell at the top of our lungs and say,
yeah.
here I am. I remember that distinct. The one I
I
can't
did not like his class. Golly.
there was one teacher who I can't remember, big hall of stuff, you know, a 101 program we did. And to get our attention, he would take his tie clasp off and shoot his little pistol and a little cap gun. And I can't remember what class.
Did you have Dr. Roloff in kinesiology?
No, that wouldn't have been it. But I love that. That was my favorite. Besides biology, kinesiology was my other favorite class that I loved to go to. I also studied and did stuff there with a grad student there. I can't remember his name now. No, wait a minute.
Now, Paul, was Dr. Shields here when you were here? No?
I think two of my professors that were there when I was there are still there, Dr. Romine and Dr. Nelson. Dr.
Okay.
Romine's been there forever, I think.
It's another little photo.
That's awesome.
Look at you.
Paul, Phil, when did you graduate?
I graduated in 72, but I was a grad assistant that year. So last year I played was in 71. I think there's a couple of pics in that yearbook. 71, me and Don Woods I think that was his last year because they did not have football the following year, and that's when he transferred to University of New Mexico. But anyway, 71 and 70. I played here 69, 70, 71. I transferred from a little school out there in kind of toward Houston called Wharton County Junior College. And Wharton, Texas' claim to fame is it's the hometown of Dan Rather. But I only spent one semester there.
Hey, question for you, Sev.
Uh-huh.
How did you come to be there in Las Vegas, New Mexico? What was the connection that got you there?
A baseball scout, a pro scout.
Okay.
And they had just won the NAIA 2 years before I got here. So a scout from Texas knew John Donnelly, because Donnelly, he was like a bird dog, and he scouted a little bit too. So that was the connection.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi.
Doc Donnelly.
I wasn't planning on graduating, but I did.
You see yourself still?
Yeah, I'm in there somewhere. There may be a picture, an individual shot there somewhere.
Okay, let me look.
Give you a thumb through there.
Oh, there's Jim
Hey,
Abreu.
Julie,
Oh yeah, look at Jimmy.
Julie, for some reason, when Barbara came on, she's on the main page and everything else is small now, so we can't see the pictures you're holding.
Oh, you can't see.
For.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure if we can get back.
Barbara has to stop sharing her screen.
Or am I sharing?
No, Barbara's sharing
it
her
was
screen.
Barbara.
Okay.
I don't
But it's
know.
all good. Yeah, because once she came up, everything else got real small, and she's the main screen presenting. But it's all good.
So Julie, I have to start Edward's meeting, so I made you the host of the meeting.
Okay.
So it was great to meet you, Barbara, in person. I know we've communicated a bit through email, and so we're looking forward to meeting you in person when that all can happen. But so anyhow, you guys will see you soon.
Julie, where you from, Julie? I got on the late show, so.
Well, I'm from, actually, I grew up outside of New York City, and then I moved to California.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the one who was in the witness.
I know where you're at. I saw you yesterday or day before.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. It's just a real shadow there. Okay.
Right. So, so anyhow, I'm going to start our next HU talk, but you guys keep on talking, and then we'll catch up with you soon. Okay.
All right. I'll probably jump over there in a few minutes. And
Okay, thanks so much.
All right.
Here, bye-bye.
Thanks,
See you,
Julie.
Julie.
Everybody, good luck and stay safe and let's be connected, okay?
All right.
All right,
Absolutely.
Barbara.
Great
Nice
meeting you,
meeting and
Barbara.
talking with all of you, and great job, all of you guys on the team there.
Oh, well, thank you. It's been fun so far.
Good
All
luck.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. I guess
We
we're
have-
done, guys. Tell
We're
me.
technologically challenged here. I
Oh,
think,
yeah.
doing all these things. You see? Look at that.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you this. Back what I remember about those days was the football team would come out and they'd get a keg of beer put in the back of a pickup truck. And boy, I would not want to be part of the visiting team because they just harassed the heck out of whoever we were playing. But it was great. It was a lot of fun.
You know, we did that when I was there, and I had a pickup truck, and I can still remember Kim Carpenter taking a four-wheeler out to the outfield and say, "Guys, what's going on? Knock it off." Well, that's so that's an endearing tradition.
Yeah. I get harassed by the guys I played with because they said, well, you had a short porch out in right field. That's why you hit so many home. I really wasn't a home run hitter, but I just happened to hit a few fly balls that went out that year. And they go, yeah, you're short porch, man. There should be an asterisk right there by that record. I had that for 29 years, actually. But
Nice.
But it was not with an aluminum bat. I will say that. It was a wooden bat back then.
Yeah.
Back in the day. But these kids nowadays, they're just so big, so strong. It's amazing. I mean, they're walking around out here and they're real specimens. They're just so fast, so strong. It's a different era. You can't compare. Like trying to compare Michael Jordan, with LeBron. You can't do that. It's a different time,
Right. Yeah, from an athletics perspective, they're definitely genetically, beasts. But maybe more so is, they started at an earlier age, so they develop an awareness and appreciation for some of the nuances of the game at a much earlier age.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to respectfully leave your meeting. I'm going to get my agenda and get ready for the H Club meeting. We're going to start here in about 11 minutes.
Oh.
Okay, I'll be right behind you, Siv.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Julie.
All right.
Paul.
Take care.